Rick decided at the very last second that he needed to use the potty. So we're waiting on him to come back really quick.
Okay,
And
okay,
you're back now? Okay.
I are.
Here we go.
I'm back ish.
All right, guys. Hello, hello. Happy
Howdy,
Tuesday.
folks.
So it's getting harder and harder to think of topics for lives when you go live every week. And it feels like we've covered just about every topic there is to cover at this point. So if you guys think of anything that you want to know about, let us know. We love
And
answering
yet we haven't
questions.
even
We'll pull
come close.
manufacturers on whatever. So today we decided that one tool that enough people don't really talk about or maybe don't consider as a tool is the use of social media and websites and SEO and things like that for promoting your business and getting more jobs. These things can be so useful. I know many tinners that have had great success running ads. The beautiful thing about like Facebook, for example, is you can target specific audiences. Who are your customers? And make it pop up in front of their faces. Hello, Tim.
You know, the other nice thing, I've played around just a little bit with um like boost and Facebook posts and stuff, and there's a lot of different ways you can go into it, and it gets really intimidating. But one thing that I noticed is that it doesn't cost that much money to get in front of a lot of people. Like for instance, um, well, let's go as extreme as for Sun Distributing to get in front of all you guys. I mean, raise your hand if you've seen a Sun Distributing ad, and most of you guys have. And that's actually so easy because you can target people that's liked your page and their friends. And that is such a broad amount of people because a lot of people have local friends. Well, I have a lot of tinner friends, and so do a lot of the tinners that I know. So I target the people that's like Sun Distributing and their friends. Now, that's going to get me in front of some people that have no idea what the hell these pictures are on the screen, but at the same time, for not that much money, and I think we spend like $5 a day, maybe $10 a day. I don't. It's not an enormous amount, and our ad comes up in front of a lot of you guys, and it's just that easy. So
It
if
comes
you've
up
got a
in front of
Facebook
me, and I don't
page,
even need our ads in front of me.
so if you guys got a Facebook page that is just sitting there and you're not sure what to do with it, post ads a little bit and don't use money. Don't, one thing that a lot of people try to do is entice people with money. What happens as soon as you start showing that you're willing to negotiate a little bit, you attract the crowd that's a little more difficult, and they're going to come back at you with, is that the best you can do? And you're going to have those arguments. They're going to tell you whether it's the truth or a lie that the guy down the street is $20 cheaper. Can't you beat him? Or, so what you want to do is just something appealing. If you do a job and it impresses you, take a picture of it. Think about what you would say about that if you were telling somebody what you just did today, and write that in a post, and then click the boost button. Do it right on your page, and like I said, target people that like your page and their friends, because a lot of their friends haven't liked your page yet, but now they're going to start seeing your posts and see what happens. And you'll be surprised at what $5 a day can get you. Run it for 7 days. That's $35. If you sell one tint job off of that post, it paid for itself and made you money. But what you're going to find is some people are going to start sharing it, especially if it's cool content. And you don't know what's cool until you post it. But you're going to find out that people will start sharing it. Your phone's going to start ringing a little bit more. Your numbers are going to go up a little bit more. Now, it's not the kind of thing that you can base your entire business around, but if you're already doing almost enough, then you'll be doing better than enough with this. And
So
same thing with Google AdWords.
really quick, I'm seeing it in the chat, so I'm just going to address it really quick. Yes, there's going to be another giveaway today. This will be another one of the fusion packs, and then we'll have another one next Tuesday, and then the Tuesday after that. And then once that's done, the fusion packs are exhausted. And then we'll have to figure out something else to give you.
Yes, because Brittany wants to give everything away.
All the things.
All the things.
So I really want to highlight these two different comments that were made. So Corey says, I advertised on Facebook a couple days ago, had 3 appointments in 2 houses I got to go give a quote on. Definitely a great idea. Tim said,
That's what I'm talking about.
My last ad didn't do too well, but the one before it did good. But the last one was only memes, not real cars and my reviews. Same money at it, not the same outcome. Yes, it depends on what you're posting. I have seen people have success posting memes. I guess it depends more so how you want your business to be presented. You know, so, you know, you need to sort of make that determination for yourself. But posting pictures of jobs you've done and maybe pairing it with reviews, that can be a great way to do it. Unfortunately, some of us, when it comes to memes, we're either sharing something that we found from someone else, or we're trying to come up with a good meme idea for ourselves. And I don't know about you guys, but when I'm put on the spot and I need to be funny on the spot, doesn't really work out well.
Well,
so if it's something that comes organically, go for it, but don't feel like you have to do that.
Here's the thing with memes and advertising, though. So let's put ourselves in the customer's shoes. They already don't want an advertisement from you. So if your meme is unrelated to what you're trying to sell, you have 0 chance of getting that person as a customer. But that's where the meme is really touch and go. If the meme, you know, like I saw one with, you know, a guy with his finger up his nose, and that one I think has potential because people hate to admit it, but they drive down the road and pick their nose, you know. So, oh wow, you know, maybe I should get my windows tinted. But just because we find a meme funny doesn't mean that it's going to attract potential customers. But when we find a vehicle that we tinted really cool, or if you're mainly automotive but you want to break into the flat glass community and you have somebody that invites you out to tint their house, you can simply go out there, tint their house, snap a couple before and after pictures, and post a couple pictures up. Again, target those people that's liked your page and their friends, because a lot of the people that's liked your page you've only tinted cars for and haven't even realized that they could tint their house, and then be like, yes, we tint houses too. And that's going to spark interest. And always try to throw some kind of a call to action button on there too. Call now is a good thing. But again, when you do this, another thing that a lot of people, one-man shows, tend to struggle with and hurt themselves with a little bit is going to be when you go on there and you post this, the phone starts ringing, but you're a one-man show and you're tinting a car and you're too busy to answer the phone. There's another tool, is somebody to answer the phone. Do you realize you can hire somebody for a lot of times $10 an hour? We like to give $15 an hour because, let's face it, inflation keeps going up. And either way, even at $15 an hour, $600 a week, that person needs to sell 3 tint jobs. Now, if the amount of time, if every single phone call gets answered, that person's going to way outsell more tint jobs than you do, simply because you can be the one tinting the cars instead of answering the phones. It's huge. That's one of those things you can add in there before you think you can afford it. Because if your phone's ringing and you're not answering it, you can afford it. Simple as that. People don't like to leave messages, and a lot of times customers, they want an answer now. So even if they text you and you get back to them in a couple of hours, it's too late. they've already called around or texted around. So that's my take on that.
And I mean, oh, we have Thomas watching from Denmark. Hello.
Where's
So,
Denmark?
Denmark is in Europe.
Oh my goodness. Told you I struggle with geography.
I was not expecting you to say that or ask me where Denmark is, so that threw me off just a little teeny bit. You know, but even outside of running ads and things like that, you know, one thing that I have not seen a lot of people doing that I kind of wish we could see more of is more passive forms of sharing your work, like Instagram accounts, TikTok accounts, things like that. This very like short form content. I've seen quite a few people start up TikTok accounts, and it seems to be something not only that could potentially attract a customer, but you're also having fun while you're doing it if you're doing it right. So even, I hate to say even in the end, like even if it doesn't work out, at least you had fun doing it. But I feel like if it's something like that that you can enjoy, you are going to naturally seem more appealing to people.
Absolutely. Well, and on top of
Denmark.
that, all the things that you may not succeed, I don't want to say fail because it's not a failure, because it's experience. You've gained something in doing that. You've learned, you know, I've learned just as much through my years of what doesn't work as I have with what does work. And it's all valuable information because sometime down the road, if somebody suggests something you haven't tried yet, how do you know? So we only have our opinion. So I definitely, and you're not throwing, like I said, $5 a day on an ad, on a boost will get you $35 a week. If you can't afford $35 a week,
To invest in your business,
yeah, we need to,
importantly.
you know, at that point, of course, sorry, suspected spam. We're not going to answer it. So I feel like Brittany's working on an example to show,
A little bit.
and I love it because I do.
He can see my screen where
she
you guys can't. The
she's
other
pulling out
thing,
all the Photoshop tricks.
not all of them, some of them. You know, one thing that Rick has always made it a point to like just bash into my skull is website SEO. So basically, what that means is making Google recommend you to people, making Google look at what you're doing on your website and say, okay, so this person searched this thing. This is going to be interesting to them. We need to suggest it to them. It's not enough to simply be in that person's area. Because as you know, there's other shops in their area too, in most cases. And sometimes if your SEO is crap, Google will even recommend somebody to them that's further from them than you are. Just because their
Yes.
SEO is better. SEO is search engine optimization. They look at the content of your website, even like the little hidden pieces of data that people can't see by looking at your website, and it helps Google determine who to put you in front of.
So here's basically what that boils down to is we a lot of times, and we built our own website twice now. The second time I actually tried to pay somebody a lot of money to do it, and they just messed it all up, and we had to take it over. And so here we are again. I don't recommend that. It's difficult. It's a struggle, and you know, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know enough about SEO to just happen to get out in front of people and do well in searches. But what I can do, and it doesn't work for Sun Distributing, but it works really well for the tint shop, and you don't need to pay somebody to do this, is go to Google My Business and make sure your page is complete. Make sure your hours are right. Make sure you have people not only, you want people to review your business and leave you 5 stars if possible, but you also want, if people can add pictures, hey, if you don't mind, go ahead and, leave me a review. And if you could, post a picture of your car, because Google's going to see that, and Google's going to be like, "Oh my God, this guy's popular. He's got interaction." Because that's one thing you don't see a lot of on a lot of people's. When you Google anything, you're going to find a list of things in Google, and in that list of things, you're also going to notice that a lot of them are Google listings, and the first ones at the top are typically Google listings. And Google, if they feel real confident about their search result for you, they're going to put a little thing on the side with a business there, and you could be the business there. If you want to say, so just searching window tinting near me, and Google says, well, this guy, he's got a lot of interaction on his Google page and everything, and boom, all of a sudden, Ronnie's window tinting is up on the side page in their area, because Google sees it as a very interactive Google page, and Google's not going to give the same kind of support to your web's page being hosted somewhere else. So there's that.
So, I mean, this example took me, 5 minutes? I went to one of our viewers' pages. I found a picture of a vehicle that they tinted. And then I went into the comments and I found a comment left by the owner of the vehicle. I slapped the comment on the picture, put the name of the tint shop on top. Boom, you've got an ad.
Boom. And look at that. It's got the...
It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't have to have a detailed knowledge of Photoshop. It literally can be that simple. And if
Brittany did
time goes on... What?
Brittany did this in Photoshop, but what she did there is going to be effective, and you can do that in Microsoft Paint. If you got a computer, you got Microsoft Paint. You don't have to spend the money for Photoshop. Or there are some free options that are actually pretty decent. But Microsoft Paint, you can put a picture in there, you can put some text and outline it, and you can copy and paste. Well, actually, she used the snippet tool, the little screen clip tool in Windows to clip that comment and just paste it in over the picture. So you can do all of that in stuff you already have. And you put that ad up there, and, like Brittany was talking about earlier, being subtle about, rather than saying, hey, I'm the best, look at what I did, nobody's better than me, the guy down the street sucked. You don't want to get into all that. Just a little picture with the customer saying, man, thanks for a great job.
Yeah, what was it that he said? He said, thanks, brother, you do awesome work. That's why I keep bringing them to you.
And we've all gotten messages
and your
like that, right?
Let your customers and your reviews and the pictures of your work speak for you. You don't have to speak for yourself. Let them do it. Because them doing it is going to be way more powerful for you than you getting a big head and getting in front of them and being like, hey, I don't know if you know, but like, I'm just the greatest, just so you know. Because that's going to come off big-headed. It's going to come off egotistical. It's going to put a bad taste in their mouth in most cases. And it's not going to help you. Unless
Oh,
like
Thomas
you
was
like your ego being stroked. I don't know.
right. Sometimes that's a turnoff for customers. But Thomas was saying that. Oh,
Oh, was he?
I'll read it
Oh,
over
yeah.
here then.
He was
I
talking
was
about
reading
the
it on your
issues
screen.
with Google. Oh, I didn't know that. Google don't accept us having opening hours after appointment only. So we're just open 24 hours. Clients are confused about it. Yeah, so what I would do in that situation is just have your normal business hours, and then if you have a customer that's like looking for a quote or whatever, you can either include it with everybody, or if there's a customer in particular that's unable to get to you during business hours, just say, yeah, well, sometimes we do work after hours. It's just by appointment only. This is what we need
Yeah.
from you in that case. You know, whether it be that you take deposits or whatever it is for those after hours appointments.
And in your description on your Google My Business, you can also include in there a description of how your hours work, that these are our appointment times, and we work by appointment only. And that way you satisfy Google's needs and you have the information available. Not everybody reads all the information. I know I certainly don't. I look at the pictures and I'm good.
Pictures
And
help.
so pictures help, and but yeah, so if you was to just explain that in your description and put your hours up there that you're willing to take appointments, when your phone rings or your text or your email, you're always good to explain it there. And one thing that we do at the Tint Shop is we always confirm the appointments, and we learned that having a notepad with text available so we can just copy and paste. So you'll have some standardized things that you want to tell people and have that readily available, so you can just, that way you don't have to go through the daunting effort of typing that out to everybody, and explaining it to everybody, other than verbally. And then you can just copy and paste it in an email or copy it and paste it in a text message. And another fun fact, speaking of internet, a lot of people are out there giving out their personal number because they think they can't afford a business number, and it causes problems down the line. Fun fact, Google gives you a free phone service. It's called Google My Voice, I think. Brittany, I think your fly made it to my freaking office.
Yes, I left my door open last night hoping it would leave, and it did.
Let me take a look. I learned this from Matt Blackmer. He uses it, and it's like totally free, and it gives you the ability to text, and you have your own business number rather than having to buy a separate phone system. You can run it on the computer or your phone, so that's really cool, or a tablet. And it's called Google Voice, and
Yep.
it works amazing.
I'm
And
throwing the link up in the chat for you guys if anyone wants to check it out.
fun fact about links in the chat. If you click on them, whatever you're viewing us on will typically use their own version of a browser, so some features might not work, as we noticed last week with the live stream.
Yeah.
So if anything is wonky when you click a link out of our stream, copy the link and open a browser and paste it in there, because otherwise it's, yeah. Oh yeah, and T-Town says you can kind of pick your own number too. Obviously the number has to be available. So if you think you're going to get 1-800 window tint,
Probably not.
not.
No. 866-10.
But
No.
no.
But I mean,
867 tint's not available either.
when I'm trying to like figure out a phone number, even my kids have little prepaid phones, so I was able to pick their phone numbers. When I'm looking for a phone number, I look for something with a lot of repeating characters that's really easy to remember.
Yes. I was given a phone. In fact, my phone number only has 2, 8, and 5 in it. And it's
Besides
like,
the area code.
besides the area code. And
But
it's from when I live somewhere else, and I've kept this phone all these years because it's so easy. I get people calling me from jail, and they're like, "You're the only phone number I could remember." It's kind of a curse.
yeah, I only called Rick like 3 times before I remembered his phone number because it's that easy. We should post it in the chat. Let everyone see what your phone number is.
Oh yeah, your mother would love that.
Oh, she would. No, she hates when Rick gives out his phone number for business reasons because then he gets calls on his personal phone during not business hours. She gets real mad.
And I like to talk, and then I'll get on the phone, and then
Yes.
she's mad because it's her time.
Yeah, she's trying to watch her show, and he's sitting here talking.
No,
Which I
leave
get
the
that.
room
You
and
know,
she
you got to
gets
have
mad.
separation of business and home to a point, you know, as much as you can. I know it's not always easy because you're still inclined to answer those Facebook messages and those texts and things like that. But there does need to be a line for your family. Unless you're single and you just want to spend all your time on your business, then I'm not talking to you. Do your thing.
And Invasion is like way geeked about this Google Voice.
Yeah, they say
It's a cool thing.
it works amazing. You can set up voicemail, call forwarding, and much more. Yeah, so if you don't have a business number and you're using your personal number, check it out.
Oh my God, T-Town, you're
check it
right.
out.
I need a Google Voice number just for that. Well, actually, no, she gets mad because I get phone calls out, when I'm not here, it's supposed to be her time. So she's she doesn't. I mean, I even come into the warehouse for local tinners sometimes on Saturdays, and she'll blow a gasket. And I'm like, you don't understand. We're tinners. We're absent-minded. We will get to Friday night and realize that we've got 3 cars to tint tomorrow and about 10 feet of film. Because that's what we do. And
And I mean,
I
it
get
works
it,
out
so-
sometimes, except for when he goes out of town.
this last weekend, was it? Or
Mhm.
2 weekends ago? Yeah,
I think
that
it
was
2 weekends
that was
ago.
a good
Yeah,
time.
one of our local tinners
was-
texted and was like, "Hey, can I come in and get some film, please?" And he was like,
I was up here. This is Michigan, by the way, and we are down here, and he's like, "Any chance you're at the shop today? I could come by and get a couple rolls of film." And I'm like, "No,
"Sorry."
I'm in Manistee. We're
But,
doing
yeah.
weekend things."
So, what SEO is something you can hire somebody to do. There are companies you can
Absolutely.
pay to do it. You can go through the painstaking hours of reading online how to do it yourself if you so choose. It's kind of one of those things that you need to kind of balance out for yourself. If you're a little more technology literate, you might be able to understand it and do it yourself. And time wise, if you can understand the material pretty quickly, it might balance out to be financially a safer bet for you. But if it's going to take you a really long time, it might just be better to invest the money and have somebody else do it. There's people that dedicate their entire jobs to doing this. So,
Right.
but also,
And they're
on
they're
that
good
note,
at it.
websites in general, I am a millennial. So if I want to go to a business, the first thing I do is look at their website because I don't want to call and talk to anybody. I want to see if my questions are going to be answered on there. And if their website's really lacking, but there's another website with similar reviews that has a great website that can answer my questions, I'm more willing to go to them. That doesn't mean you have to post every little tiny itty bitty bit of information up there, but you'll want some basic information on there. Stuff about your business, when you got started, what your mission statement is, which you should have one. It's a good thing to write, a mission statement. Why are you doing this?
Well, and another thing too, I know we kid in the groups a lot about customers constantly asking this question or that question. Put a list of these common questions that you hear over and over and over
Q&As, yeah.
together, and put you a little Q&A section together in your website, just a simple page, or maybe even on the front page, towards the bottom. if they're on there and scrolling, and all of a sudden, boom, you're answering questions that they had, and if it doesn't pertain to them, it doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah, and also one thing we did with our own tint shop's website is we put like a brief description of each of our film lines on there. So not everyone goes to the website and reads it, but every once in a while you'll answer a phone call and they'll be like, hey, I was looking at the website and I saw that, the entry level film is like this. I'm not really looking for that, but I can't decide, like, do I want the high end film? Do I want the mid level film? And that just saved you a whole lot of talking
Yes, yes.
because they already
All of
read
a
the
sudden,
bite sized bits of information you were going to give them anyway.
all of a sudden now they have a curiosity about one of the levels of film. And that's the hardest thing. Over and over and over again, you need to pitch every customer on all your levels of film because you want to sell the highest one, but you want to be competitive. So a lot of times we'll give out our entry level price. And so that customer, your website already did the most daunting part of your job, is giving them the pitch to make them ask, what's the difference? And now you're happy to answer with enthusiasm. And a lot of times you get an upsell over that, where
So Thomas, um, he posted this and it made me laugh, and I've got a story, okay? Because of course I do. So it says, question, is it okay to stand behind you for a 3-hour tint to be able to inspect your work and comment on it every bit of the way? My day. So once upon a time, Rick was out on the road and he was tinting in a shop that we subbed for. And the customer, while Rick was out in the parking lot trying to see the film in the natural sunlight and do touch-ups and things like that, the customer decided to come up and start harassing him about each and every little itty bitty tiny thing that he saw. And Rick, at first, tried to be nice about it. Hey, I understand. I'm not done yet. Give me a minute. But this customer was like a special breed of a-hole and just would not stop. So Rick ripped the film off his car
I
and walked
didn't
inside.
rip it off. I gently pulled it off, and I told him to have a wonderful day as I walked inside. He went in and talked to the manager at that store. The manager came back and asked me what just happened, and I told him I do not tint for people who treat me that way. And that was an acceptable answer. I was 100% professional about it and was able to not have to have that person as a customer.
Now, if you wanted to put a question like that in your Q&A, how I would word it is, question, will I be able to watch you while you perform services on my vehicle? Answer, unfortunately, there is going to always be safety concerns because of the nature of what we do. It would not be covered under our business insurance if you were to slip on water and crack your head open. So while we love active participation from our customers, in some cases it's just not realistic. But we would be more than happy to show your film to you once it's completed. Corvette owner, no, Rick, what kind of vehicle was that?
God, it was like an Explorer or something, like a Ford Explorer. It was just a stupid simple. But this was at a stereo shop, and they had the dingiest freaking lighting. So, I'm basically tinting in the dark, and I pull it outside to do my touch-ups. And I'm out there, and I think a finger popped up on the opposite side of the car that I was on. And he was like, I'm not paying for this. This is bullshit. You guys are supposed to be professional. And I'm like, sir, I'm out here doing my touch up. Unfortunately, this shop doesn't have the best of lighting, so I'm out here in the daylight so I can make sure that I can make everything that you could possibly see disappear. If you want to have a seat inside, I'll get that taken care of. Oh, if you're not good enough to get it done before you pull it out into the parking lot, I'm not paying for this shit. And I'm like, okay. And I just gently peeled it off the window and I told him to have a great day. And he didn't know how to take that because I wasn't interested in having an argument with the customer. He was just, and in hindsight, he was obviously having a bad day or had bad experiences. And I don't know what I could have done different for him. I thought I handled it pretty well, but I hate to lose a customer. And one thing Brittany could tell you, Mary could tell you, anybody who's ever worked with me could tell you, I can take the worst customer and turn them into one of my best customers. And sometimes the girls hate that because then that means that person keeps coming back. But they always like me when they come back. So we had one
Mm-hmm.
customer. Matt actually did his car at one of the same company stores, and this car was full of dust. Unfortunately, it was at one of the stores that they did a lot of custom box building and fiberglass work and stuff. And so they were sanding that day, and the installers in the store don't care about you, your job, your work, or anything to do with it. They think that you're in their way. So he did the best he could. I'll admit it didn't turn out very well. This man, he came to our shop because they didn't know what to do with him there. And I told them flat out that we're not going to redo it there because you guys won't give us the environment that we need to satisfy this particular customer. You need to stop cutting wood, because they're in a little 3-bay, basically one of those corner service gas stations converted into a stereo shop. And so they sent the guy to us, and he came in just cussing, red in the face, veins popping out, angry, wanting his money back. And I went out and talked to him, and I'm like, let's go see what's going on here, sir. And he's like, oh, I just want my money. I'm like, well, let me take a look at it. You have to at least let me have a look at it. And I go out there, him screaming the whole way. And we're in a auto plaza, and we have a lot of other auto shops in the plaza with us. And all these guys stopped working and came to their doors because they thought I was going to get my ass kicked. And this guy was just absolutely furious. And I went over it and I agreed with him that we can do better than this. In fact, why don't you give me the opportunity to take all this film off your car, and I'm going to go ahead and re-tint it. And if you have any complaints when I get done with it, I'll give you 100% of your money back and let you keep the tint job. And that just shut him right up. Meanwhile, his wife is in apologizing to Mary because of the way he was acting. But he came in, he let me pull his car around back. I pulled the tint off of it and I retinted it in my shop. And I pulled it back around. And there was a couple of spots on that car because there's always a couple of spots. So I took him out there and immediately took him to the areas that wouldn't completely disappear. And I'm like, so things like if you look down here, you're always going to, and I showed him a couple of imperfections just to show him that you're always going to get a couple of imperfections. And then I stood him back up straight and explained to him, if you can stand up straight and look at the vehicle and you don't see any of this stuff, then technically it's not there because it's an aftermarket product and you're going to always have some degree of imperfection in there. And this guy was just fucking tickled, and he brought us another car because he just loved the way that he was handled. And that's all you got to do with customers like that.
Yeah, moral of the story, as much as it might feel good to tell them to fuck off sometimes, it's not always
It feels
necessary.
it feels
I mean,
a
you
lot
can
better
get
to win them.
you can get really far with a lot of people just agreeing with them. They just want to be right. Let them have it. Old shop I worked
Yeah,
for had a guy that
T-Town's.
would blow his wood dust off right next to our bay while we were tinning and didn't think anything was wrong with it. Yeah, they don't. They never do. They never see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, so I had a situation, and it was a perfect opportunity because I had a glass shop that we also had for an account that they didn't see any reason to sweep their floor. Their floor was dusty. I mean, you could, when they pulled the car in and out, you could see the dust kind of fluffing up. And they didn't have any floor drains, so they didn't like to wash their floor. I get it. And it was kind of rough cement, so sweeping it didn't do them a lot of good. And so it was just always dusty. Otherwise, a relatively clean shop. And as long as they put us way up in the front corner away from where they were pulling cars in and out, it was fine. But sometimes the shop would get full. And so he put us in the back, like next to where they would pull in past us, and it was fine. I tinted the whole vehicle except for the last door that I laid. They pulled a car out, or they started a car, and exhaust blew on the ground, and then they pulled it out while I was in the process of peeling and laying that door. And I got an opportunity, and I'm like, Tony, can I show you something? And he says, yeah, what? I'm like, come here, look at this window. And I showed him one of the windows that I did while there was no movement. And he's like, what's wrong with it? I'm like, nothing. Come over here, look at this window. And he's like, what's wrong with it? And I'm like, nothing, but look at this window. And I showed him the third window that was absolutely nothing wrong with it. And he says, what are we doing here? I says, come here. Now I want to show you something. And I showed him the fourth window, and it was just full of dust. And he says, what happened here? I says, your guy pulled out a car. Dust came up from the ground, and this is the window I got as a result of it. And all of a sudden, he understood what the problem was. And I'll be damned if they didn't wash the floor. It's a big pain in the ass to wash a floor if you don't have a floor drain, because you got to push it all out the door. But he did it because he realized that this is costing money. I told him, I'm not going to charge you for this window to redo it. But I mean, if this is what we're going to have to do, I'm going to have to charge you for every window that I do, even though you're going to sell, say I do 2 doors, you're going to sell 2 doors. But if I have to do 4 doors to get those 2 doors good, I'm going to charge you for 4 doors. And, we understood each other all of a sudden. There's always a way to, well, I can't say always, but almost always a way to actually get through to a customer, even if it's a shop owner or whatever. But to get through to the customer, what exactly is going on here and how to come to a compromise, and another thing, Brittany, if you want to show the website, our little page that I don't know if these guys are aware, but on our website we have a
what do you call it?
What do you call it?
A resource.
A resource.
Oh, she's got this one.
She's
good.
got this one good.
We have a resource.
We have a resource page that
has. She's like, I
can find it.
A downloadable.
A downloadable, which means it's editable.
Right up here.
Oh, this one?
There it is.
Yeah.
So
it talks about
the drying time, the cleaning, third thing, imperfections. Don't want to put imperfections at the top because that just sounds like you're trying to cop out right away.
And then the black dotted edges.
Talk about seatbelt chips.
Up here
we have cold weather. So
it'll be
like 30 degrees. We'll get like a foot of snow, and then the next morning it's like 7. And what happens is the windows will all fog up on the inside of the car because of the moisture from the snow, and then it freezes on the inside of the windows, and the tint will freeze to the seal.
So
it talks about not trying to force your window down when they're frozen like that. But love the echo. Oh, we're getting an echo from me now. How many audio? Okay. Love the echo. Anyways, so yeah, the what the hell was I talking about? God, oh yeah. This is also a PDF. If you look over to the other way. If you look over to by Brittany's head, there's a download button, and that'll download a PDF form. Yeah, it's complicated, Brittany.
It's backwards.
But you'll be able to download the PDF form, and you can edit that with like any PDF editor. Most people use Adobe, but either way, you can add things to it, take things out of it. You can put your logo and stuff on top and make it real professional. We actually print it out just like that. And we actually probably, I zoomed. It's not supposed to zoom.
Yeah, basically just make it your own. Take it, use it, make it your own.
Yes.
Thomas said, talking about dust, what do you do if the car you gave offer on needs to be taken apart, window out, to be tinted properly? Long distance client is waiting, car windows locked in the top with glass glue due to regulations and registration. So if that window can never come down, why would you bother taking it out? Your top edge will never matter.
Are we talking about a roll down window? Because we get that a lot in our shop, and what we tell them is that if you're not planning on getting it fixed, then there's nothing to worry about, because we can tin it just like a big quarter glass. But if you're planning on getting it fixed, here's what you're going to run into. We're going to do the best we can. We're going to tuck it up in there, and while it's up, it's going to look good. When you roll it down, the edge will probably look bad, and you'll probably want to redo it. And then at that time, we'll tell them what it would cost them to redo it at that time, because the edges are rotten.
He said, no, the
edges.
edges.
The hairs are all over.
And the hairs are all over. Dust.
So,
Rick, this is a more technical question. You go for it.
This is a lot like some of the old classic cars we get. Now, keep in mind, we're in the Motor City, so we get these classic cars because they're 30 years old. But, somebody will bring me a 1984 Cutlass Sierra, or a 1975 Delta 88 Oldsmobile or something like that. That's never, I'm going to restore it, they say. And they're filthy. And they got hard edges. And so you don't have an overlapping black fret. So what I'll explain to them is I can make this look really good for a reasonable price. But what I'm going to do, rather than take your car apart, is I'm going to cut it just a little bit short around the edges. By a little bit short, I'm talking very little bit short. Just enough that you know that when you lay the film in there and squeegee it out, the edge of the film is not going to butt the edge. You clean it the best you can, you lay it, you squeegee it out, and then you take some like 1/4-inch pinstripe and you put it around the outside on that window after you clean it. That kills the light gap. You've got a clean edge all the way to the edge. It looks like it was done when the car was brand new. So it's a win-win. You also have to explain to the customer that the pinstripe does not have the same longevity as the window film. So if this classic car does see winter and you scrape the windows or something, you're going to scrape that pinstriping off. We can redo it. There will be a cost involved. And the pinstripe is probably only going to last 3 to 5 years. Then we'll need to redo it again, and there will be a cost involved. So you just explain all those things ahead of time. But that's the easiest solution I found around those dirty, hard edges that you just, without pulling the glass, you can't get a good job. You can, a BMW, oh yeah, like an older BMW wagon. Those BMW wagons are stupid. I don't know if you got the same ones as we do here in the States, but I don't like them.
Going back up, Invasion said, what do you do when you tin a window and there is water bubbles like the size of a dime 2 days after it was installed? Does it require longer to dry, or was not enough water squeegeed out? So it will dry in most cases. Obviously, we don't want to leave large water bubbles because water has air in it. So the water will evaporate, the air will not. The water will go away, the air will be trapped in most cases. So the bigger the water bubble, the bigger chance you have of getting an unacceptably large air bubble. It's one of those things that if you do see it and it does concern you, maybe look at your squeegee technique. Check your squeegee blade. Are you leaving trails? Is there a specific area where they keep happening? Things like that. Make those little mental notes so that you can adjust what you're doing, possibly replace tools, maybe find a squeegee blade that works better with your squeegee style, and address it.
But when you're looking at this after 2 days, that's long enough to find out if there's going to be any air associated in that bubble. So when you look at the bubble, and always when a customer calls with a concern, don't be the shop that calls, or they call and you're like, oh no, you got to give that 2 weeks to dry. when a customer is concerned, they're concerned. If you want to keep this customer and have this customer recommend you and drive business to you, the best thing you can do is join them in their concern. Oh my God, are you close by? Can you come by? I'd really like to take a look at it. I'm pretty sure everything's okay, but I really want to put my eyes on it to make sure. And customers really appreciate that. And then you can look at it, and what you're looking for is a little spot of air inside that bubble. If there's no air in that bubble, just assure them that, depending on what the sun's going to do, because time of year matters, this will completely go away. But if you see a little spot of air, and it'll be right in the center of it, you'll see a little spot of air in it. Then what you can do, I really recommend pulling the vehicle out of their sight, and you can take your knife and your blade. I got one around here. Well, you guys know what a knife is. You could take your knife and just near the edge of it, poke a little hole, and then use like your thumb to massage that water out the hole. And as soon as you get all the water out and everything, you're going to have a little white dot where you poke the hole, hit it with a torch or a heat gun, warm it up, and then just hold your thumb on it. So obviously you're not going to heat it so much that you can't hold your thumb on it, but you want to make it difficult to hold your thumb on it. And after a couple of seconds, you pull your thumb away, the water spot's gone, the hole's gone, and you're golden. But I do not recommend doing that if you don't have to. So when you inspect it, like I said, if there's no little air bubble in the middle of that water bubble, then it's not a problem, and it will absolutely 100% go away. But like Brittany said, squeegee technique. If your squeegee's leaving lines, and the easiest way to tell is just take a quick mist on a piece of glass and then rub your squeegee backwards over the glass. And if it cleans 100% of that strip, you're good. If it's leaving little trails or water lines inside of that squeegee area, it's time for a new squeegee, or at least a new edge on the squeegee. But the other thing is, there's two techniques, and I don't have a squeegee in here, but there's two techniques to squeegee in that every installer really needs to, you need to have at least a 1/3 overlap. A lot of tinners will tell you overlap by a half. So if you've got a 5-inch squeegee, you're overlapping by 2.5 inches. But the other thing is angle your squeegee. And my best analogy is like as if you're plowing snow. When a snow plow goes, he's going to tilt his plow, and he's going to push, and then he's going to come back and over here, and he's going to push again. But by having that tilted like that, it's pushing the snow in that direction as he's going in that direction. You want to do the same thing with your squeegee. You want to put your squeegee on the glass and then give it a little tilt and push it forward. And then you come over here and overlap and push it forward. And the water's going to fall down the squeegee in that direction, not leaving any trails on this side. And then you won't run into as much of that. And the only other thing that's really going to cause those big bubbles is if you're limp wristing it. You know, a lot of people don't realize that you need to put a little bit of pressure on it. So.
Yeah. Tim says, I like to pop a hole sometimes right on the heater lines if I get peanuts.
Yes.
I really don't get those anymore using Matt's method of cleaning, but after it dries some. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
It's always good to do it somewhere that it can be hidden. Like, there's something else for the eye to look at. A lot of times that can save you.
Another trick that for peanuts that I learned from another shop, and they're a high volume shop, so they just ain't got time for shit. And so they get peanuts. On most peanut prone cars, they just get peanuts. Now, I don't recommend this, but I do recommend this if one bites you in the ass and you're under the gun and you don't have an hour to spend fixing peanuts right now because you got another car to do. They send every one of those cars out explaining to the customer up front what's going on with it. And then from there, they have them come back in a week. And in a week, all that's cleared up everything's dry, and they'll pull it in for 5 minutes and poke a hole in each one of those peanuts and just push each one of them into the defroster, and they're gone. He says it works amazing. Now, like I said, they're a high volume shop, the kind of high volume shop that is low price. So, the type of customer they're dealing with. But if you do find yourself in a pinch and you just over and over and over again with this peanut, and every time you turn back around, it's back again, that's something that you can put into your toolbox as a last resort option. Just make sure you let the customer know about it ahead of time, and let them know, even list the couple of cars that this is common on. That way, if they want to go to Google and check, they will find that there's options. The other thing you can say, is some people really like to sand down or scrape on the defroster lines to make them smaller so this doesn't happen. I don't want to change your car, so that's why I'm getting it and other people don't. Customers are going to appreciate that too. So, like I said, just a little put in your back pocket kind of a trick if you run into a pinch like that. But I think it's in bad taste to send every peanut prone car, and we're in Dodge country. I mean, we're in the big three, and Chryslers are huge around here. It's like they come out with a new Chrysler car, everybody buys one. Everyone's either got a Dodge Ram or a Hellcat of some sort, or thank God they stopped making the Chrysler 300s. But now it's just Chargers and Challengers and Rams. Oh my.
Really quick, while we continue this conversation, chat, I want to know, if you don't have a spray tank of any kind, so you don't have one you made, you don't have one from someone else that makes them, you don't have a tent keg, throw it up in the chat real quick. Rick, continue.
Brittany's going to give somebody in this stream, somebody who is currently here today, like the best odds in the world. And burner account, I know who you are. Who are you?
The only thing I know about them is I see them pop up on Matt a lot.
I am sure I've seen his
I
name.
appreciate them. I don't know who they are, but I appreciate them.
T-Towns, you got kegs.
You've got like 3 kegs. At least 2.
Let's
Top
see. We
service.
got Corey Case. I know that he doesn't have
sub.
one.
So you're a new sub. Do you own a spray keg? What are you using to spray water? The fusion handle. Thomas, we do sell just the wraps. We have some special ones.
Yes.
And we can always do custom ones if that tickles your fancy more.
Corey has never had one. Man, Corey, this is
And Jose, yeah. Jose, you are supporting us all times, and we appreciate the heck out of it. And actually, I don't know if we've ever shown Jose's wrap. It's pretty wicked.
Oh, the
Amazon
wrap?
spray pressure spray bottles.
Oh, like the pump up ones?
Yeah, sounds like it. I mean, it would be nice, but remember, if you guys already have a keg, because the number of people that actually have one compared to the people that don't, it's pretty disproportionate. We gave away 2 to anybody, and we still have 2 more. So let's let the people that don't have them have an opportunity this time.
Yeah, we have 3 more to give away, so we're gonna give
2 more after this.
After this, we're gonna give this first one to somebody who we know for a fact does not have a keg that is currently in this stream. So if you actually, if we can give this a little bit too. If you know somebody that doesn't have a keg and you want to tag them, or I don't know if you can tag them
Get them in here
during the
somehow.
stream, or
Send
get
them
them
the
in
link.
here, or
Tell them to get in here right
share
now.
share the stream and tag whoever in it, get them in here, because I would like, we've in the last 2 weeks given away 4, 5, 6 kegs, and I believe 5 of them already owned a keg. And we were talking about this, and it's like, I want to see everybody win, but I also want to be a game changer for somebody at least once out of this giveaway. And so today we're gonna be the game changer for somebody who doesn't, or hasn't had, or for whatever reason can't afford, or
They're just getting
circumstances
started.
happen. I see people say, I've been trying to do this, and I just can't afford it. And then other people saying, well, if you can't afford it and you're a window tinner, you're doing it wrong. Life happens. I mean,
yeah, I mean, there's a line between managing your money and bad things happening that are out of your control. And
when your car breaks down and you gotta,
even trying to plan for those things, sometimes the circumstances is a little out of what you expected.
Yeah, even when you think everything's going right and you're finally putting some money away and you're doing good and everything's great, and then your accountant calls and says you owe $28,000 in taxes. Okay, that's enough of that subject. But yeah,
So,
I mean, things happen.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not just a keg with this. This is a whole set of tools too. This is something that for someone just starting out that's trying to get going, this could be a real game changer for them. So let's take a step back. Let's clap for them. And eventually it'll be your turn someday. Split. When I put the new hose, it worked fine. Same hose, hookup line, any idea? My one hose in my tank does spit and spotter. When I put the new hose I got from Tim, it works fine. Same hose, hookup line, any idea?
Wait a minute, where's this coming at?
That's Tim.
Okay.
Yeah, we can troubleshoot it with you, Tim. Yeah, go ahead and send us the video. We'll troubleshoot it with you. Yeah, Ed, get Julian in here. And yes, Invasion, that is a great suggestion. Check for a dirty filter, clogged nozzle. Sometimes that will lead to those types of issues.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, we have like a whole troubleshooting process. We'll look at the video for you, Tim, and throw some
and make
ideas
sure your
way.
hose, make sure your clamps are tight. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, Tim doesn't know anything about having tight clamps. He doesn't know why that would be important. Oh, that's like
so one of the
so funny and equal parts cringy and embarrassing.
So, unfortunately, one of the downfalls to using clamps, and I mean, I have a crimper. I could crimp the hoses, and it would actually save me a lot of money building the hose setups, but it doesn't leave it field serviceable. So one of the downfalls to having a clamp on your hose, and we use stainless steel clamps with like a T-bolt type setup, is they can loosen up over time with vibrations or just jerking the hose back and forth and a little twist here and a little twist there, and over a couple of months, So always go back and just double check and make sure your clamp's tight. It's one of those things.
Yeah. Over time, as you jerk it around, it will loosen up. Invasion says, how long can you leave tint solution in the tank for? Absolutely don't leave it more than a week.
Yeah.
I would check it after probably 3 days or so and see what it's doing. See if it has changed color or if it's starting to smell or anything like that. Just on the safe side, just take a peek at the beginning of the day. Use good judgment, but absolutely no longer than a week.
How many people you got on that list?
I hope I win so I don't have to fill bottles all day anymore. That is part of the issue with hand sprayers. Whether you have pump ups or actual triggers.
I used to use the Poly 2, and I would get one full complete car out of a Poly 2. And, honestly, I did not think much of it filling that bottle. And then I got a 3-gallon pump up sprayer. And I thought that was just amazing, but I always had to pump it. And I was like, well, that ain't such a big deal. And then I hired Matt Blackmer, and he comes in with this tank. And I'm like, yeah, but where do you get air? He's like, you don't have an air compressor? I'm like, well, I do. He's like, well, just use your air compressor. Well, what if I don't have an air compressor? And he showed me his little portable 12-volt air compressor that he carries around in his car. He's like, it's not a big deal. I'm like, huh. So I went to 44 Tools and I bought. So I went to 44 Tools and I bought a 3-gallon tank just like his. In fact, I still have it. Maybe we should give that away. But I've converted it since then because I got it and I absolutely hated it because it had that blue coily hose on it. And it was like, this is crap. It catches the doors. It catches everything, and it snags and it kinks. A lot of you guys might not be old enough to remember, landline phones and how you'd walk away from the phone and you'd come back and it would kink up and everything. And so that hose did that too. So then we started looking into hoses. That's kind of how Tink Keg was born.
Wanting to make a better product. Building.
Yeah, we wanted to make something because, that thing was $300 and it was good except for that. And it came with a plastic handle and I didn't mind that except for the first winter I was out mobile and I left my tank in the car and it froze. And when I thawed it, the handle leaked because it's plastic and you don't freeze water inside of plastic and not expect it to break. So I put a straight hose on it and I put a brass sprayer on it and I loved it. And then we got with Carrie and talked about how it still looks like an old soda keg. And customers always ask about that. And I don't want to have that conversation. And she came up with the Tink Keg design. And
well, soda kegs or beer.
Yeah. And
bye, Thomas. We'll see you later.
Bye, Thomas. So then... Carlos, we do not sell 200-foot rolls. We only get 100-foot rolls. I have seen 200-foot rolls, but I do not know anybody who sells 200-foot rolls off the top of my head.
I want to say we had a customer that called and asked about it once, and so we Googled it, and we found that there are, in fact, companies doing it, but the ones that we found are...
companies we've never heard of.
Yeah. So not to say that their film is good or bad. We didn't look into it enough to know such things. We have no personal experience with it, but we don't know who they are.
Yeah, we just...
So take that as you will. Yeah. Jose's even like, really? I've never heard of that. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple... At least one. I want to say there's like a couple of companies, though, that are selling 200-foot rolls.
And just to backtrack a little bit, because I saved it you were talking. Yeah, you were probably talking. But anyways, yeah, the Ed Munt said that he got 366 tint. I'm like so jealous.
Well, either
but
that
fun fact.
Or I think he might have been making a joke. I'm not sure. I thought it was a joke. I laughed at it. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was. Well, damn. Anyways, fun fact though, spelling something with nowadays spelling something with the keypad isn't really a thing because people don't think like that anymore. We were programmed back then because we would text with the keypad. We knew what the letters and the numbers were. But nowadays, that relation isn't there anymore.
Oh, no, it wasn't a joke. He got it. Yes, Ed.
Ed's awesome.
We
I'm
love
so
you,
jealous. But yeah, I mean, what it does now is it irritates me, but it also helps me remember the phone number because I can remember a word better than I can remember a number. And so that's helpful. But it irritates me because I don't remember which letters are associated with numbers. And
Yeah, you
so,
got to slow down.
yeah. And I feel like I'm slow enough.
Next, talk
So.
about pagers.
Pagers.
I love
Oh my
you.
God.
You're my new friend.
And the worst part is, you'd run to the payphone and somebody ripped the fucking cord out of the goddamn handle and you can't call. And it's like, but that's okay. It's only another block or two down the road. You could get
All right,
another
guys.
phone.
All right, guys. Let me know if you remember this. I used to do this from school. I would call collect to the house if I forgot something. I would put it all in the recording where my name was supposed to go so that they didn't have to accept the call. They just knew what I needed.
You have a collect call from, I'm going over to Stacy's house. I'll be home by 5. Do you accept? No.
Who else did that? Let me know.
Isn't that how you're supposed to do it?
Hey, Mom, I forgot my instrument. Can you please drop it off? Oh, Top Service said, and then having the damn quarters. Could you imagine if we still used payphones? Like, they would have to have card swipers on them.
I remember when payphones went up to $0.25.
Oh. Oh.
You used to have dimes.
No, for sure, Carlos. I absolutely get why buying a 200-foot roll would be beneficial in a mobile tent situation. Like I said, I don't know anything about their film. I can't say if they're good or not. Because I just don't have the experience there. But I know that they exist to a point. I just don't know anything about the specific companies. Roberto says, hey, just a thought. Since your website's not working, how about sending out some sort of pamphlet with all your products with the orders you send out? I have tried no less than 3 times to sit down and make a catalog. And it always gets pushed to the back burner. The next project pops up that needs the attention. So, Rick, are we committing to making catalogs?
I don't know. I want to know more about my website not working.
Oh, they're talking about when you scroll and it won't load more?
Oh, is it doing that again?
Yeah. Or still, I don't know.
Again,
I mean,
still?
I don't feel like it would be a bad idea just to keep a few catalogs on hand because there are some shop owners that are a little more old school that like their catalogs. So maybe not in every order, but be able to have them so if they are requested, we can send them. Or we could do a PDF catalog and send it to them that way digitally. Yeah, the pics might be big. Rick likes to yell at me for how big my pictures are.
Yeah, that's something that is difficult because we have
that's
to use
why I
special
think
services
like a digital catalog might be good because then you can't throw it away. You just close the browser when you're done. And it doesn't cost us money to print them. So, win.
Oh, she muted herself.
I did. My old web guy dropped me because I didn't use small pics. Your old web guy is a quitter. That's what we call him, a quitter. He just didn't see your vision. And he didn't want to deal with all your large pictures, which it's not... I don't know. I guess it depends on which of your businesses you were using it for. Because if it was just the tip business, then he's absolutely a quitter.
All right, I can fix this.
Oh,
I hate to do this. It makes me do the numbers thing in order to fix it.
Let me throw some people up in the spinner real quick. Oh, it was the t-shirt business? Okay. Well, I can kind of understand, but I like big pictures, so I don't judge you. So, all right, let me throw... How do I even do this again? I forgot. We have burner account. We have Corey case. Colton. So far, those are the people on the wheel. You guys still have time. I'll give you about another 15 minutes to get people in here that don't have a keg to get added to the wheel. Just have them say something in the chat when they get in here, letting us know that they don't have one. All right. I would like to see more pictures. Damn, I've got a tickle in my throat. I'd like to see more pictures. No, I don't have COVID. I have a tickle in my throat. Get out of here. Police state.
Damn.
Would like to get more pictures on the film holder you guys talked about last stream. So the film handlers. I don't know. Maybe we could go to the tent shop one of these days and do like a little video walk around of ours. Unfortunately, pictures are not something we have a lot of that. And a lot of the pictures that are on the internet are regurgitated. So I'll have to go get some from our actual tent shop. Oh, yes. Exclusive. I will add you right now. Here we go. I hate that it puts two blue squares next to each other. Okay.
Well, you got to add some more names. This is...
Video would be even better. Yeah.
That's my car from Friday's job. Uh-oh. Let's try it again.
Could I add your phone as an NDI source?
No.
No. Yeah, so I don't know. Here one of these days I will go over to the tent shop, or Rick will, depends on who gets there first. And we'll just take a video just walking around the film handler real quick. We have ours mounted to a wall, so. That a Durango. No, Rick drives a Kia Telluride. He got the one with like the holy effing shit package. So it's super nice, and I'm super jealous. But he let me drive it once, and it just made my life. It was so good.
It drives itself. It's cool.
It's so good. But I like when you have your turn signal on and you're going to make a turn and this little camera pops up to show you like the curb. It's awesome.
No, your blind spot. That would be the shit behind you. Don't think that's the curb. You didn't.
There was a curb in it, so.
Yes. Probably by the back tire.
Burner account. Yes, it is very spacious. It's honestly, go to a Kia dealership. Go sit in a Telluride if you haven't, because if you cover up the Kia logo, you won't believe it's a Kia.
Roberto, do you currently have a keg sprayer of any kind?
The Hyundai Palisade. Yeah, the Palisade, wasn't that the other one you were looking at?
Yeah, so they're both built on the same platform, so a lot of the cladding and the styling are just changed around a little different. And personally, I kind of guessed, but I think I guessed right. The Palisade looks different. You know, they went for that standoutish look, and I wasn't sure I was ready for that in my life. So I went with the Telluride because like the headlights are in the right place and all that. But the Palisade looked really cool.
Yeah, well, and I want to say when we were at the dealership looking, one of the considerations you had was like warranty and things like that. And I don't know specifically what the Palisades warranty is like, but I know that
Same.
at one point, okay, it's the same. Since I already have a keg and someone I know who's interested in it but can't join the stream right now, can I hold the spot for them? And if my name is chosen, I can send you their info.
Can they call real quick to confirm? Can they? Huh? Give them our phone number. Put our phone number.
So
Wait a
in
minute, I'll
order
put our
to
phone
get
number.
on the wheel, you have to let me know. Have you had a keg? Like, do you have a keg currently? Whether it's one you built, you bought from somebody, or a tint keg, doesn't matter. Do you own a keg? Yeah, Roberto owns one. Julian,
So
my
that's our
man.
phone number. Who said that? Invasion. Have your buddy just give us a call. We're going to put him live on the stream just to confirm that he wants to win a keg.
Julian is
We
in
got
the
this worked
house.
out earlier today.
Oh, Ed, Julian is the person that you tagged earlier trying to get them in here to win a keg, isn't it?
Where's Julian? Oh, there he is. Or she.
Top
he.
Service said, I went over the Telluride because Palisade had fully digital center console and third row power seats.
That was super. I was so close to it, but I went to the SX Prestige package, so I got heated and cooled middle row. The back is manual, so I got to pull a lever and they fall down. So that's kind of stupid because then I got to reach in and pull them back up where the Palisade was cool. And the instrument cluster on the Palisade is freaking awesome. But I couldn't get over the headlights. I don't know. And I know lots of people who have owned Hyundais and they're good cars. So I wasn't worried in that end. Plus the warranty, so.
Dylan, you get entered onto the wheel if you don't have a keg, but you're currently in the stream, but you gotta let me know. I have a Scion XB 2005 and it's full of tint. 20, 24, 36, 12. I carry a lot of film. I don't have a keg either. You don't have a keg, Carlos?
That's how I used to roll, man. I carried all the sizes.
Yep.
People are like, why? And we used to carry 3 different lines of film. I would have 50 to 60 rolls of film in my car at all times. And it's like freaking retarded. But on the other hand, I was capable. I was able to sell the ceramic, carbon. I get more money for that. Michael Guana
Yep, I
does
got
not
it.
have a... Okay.
I'm just not trying to add individually. I'm trying to wait until I have a couple. So then I can just...
You should on the spinny wheel screen, there's that little blank white space under the spinny wheel. You should overlay mine and your... Oh, no, because we'll cover up the winner, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid. Well, you should at least
we got
pull
just
my
about
audio in.
7 more minutes. 7 more minutes.
We
and
need
then
more people. Hey,
the wheel is closed then.
we've lost people.
It's okay.
They must
Loading
already
video
had
of heat
kegs
lamp
and
as
been
soon
like,
as the stream ends if anyone wants to check it out. Yeah, Top, are you posting that on YouTube?
and are we subscribed to your YouTube? Carlos said no. Rebecca Davis says she don't have one. Oh, we're going to give a keg away.
Building
I bet
and
you
the
Corey's
difference
over.
between dyed carbon and ceramic. Yes. Yes. Okay, everyone, when the stream is over, Top Service is going to be doing a heat lamp demo on their channel. Well, they're going to be uploading a video if anyone wants to check that out.
Hey, Top
your
Service,
design
go
ready?
ahead and post a link in your comment or in our comments.
Yeah,
and
to your
we'll
YouTube
repost it
channel.
for your YouTube channel. So if they're not subscribed, they can go subscribe too.
I only got like 2 videos just started last month. Well, yeah. No, I mean you you got to start somewhere. So yeah, share up your channel link in the chat and we will send it out to everyone.
We just started like 3.5 years ago, and
yeah, I mean we used to post a lot of videos a lot. I mean we were constantly working on videos though, so.
But not so much on YouTube. You'll see if you go to our YouTube channel. There's only a couple of older ones, and then something happened in our lives. We just stopped, and we stopped for years until this year. And all of a sudden, it's like, you know what?
It was time to get back on the horse. Again. Chris C, do you already have a keg? I'm late. What's up, guys? Oh, Metro, welcome. We are just giving away a keg to someone who doesn't already have one.
Hey, Brittany, you should show them your stream setup.
My stream setup?
Move your ashtray, though.
Why?
Yeah, from the surveillance cameras.
Why?
Because this is when we decide to do something, this is how we do it. She's like, oh, I can do this.
I can.
I'm sure I can do
this is a new thing that we have, so I am...
Is it there? Is it working?
No.
Oh, you know what? I know why. That's my
fine.
fault. I'll fix it.
How do you share the channel? So just go to your channel on YouTube. If you're on a web browser, you can just copy the URL. Hold on. Oh, Will is calling.
Oh, that's them calling.
No, that's Will.
See if he wants to be on stream with us, and then put him on hold.
Hey, Will.
Oh, muted him and everything. Okay, cool. No, the giveaway has not already happened. We're still taking names. If you do not have a keg, let us know that you do not have a keg of any type, and we'll put you in the posting. So.
Okay, let me see here. If I go into my YouTube app, and I go to go away.
Go to your channel.
Go to your channel. And then in the top right, there should be a 3-dot thing. Click that, and there should be an option to share it. Chris C does not have a keg.
Well, let's get Chris C in there. And Juan C, do you have a keg? June? Sorry.
Yeah, do you already have a keg? Jason, Mr. Tint Lawson, does not have one, but he's interested in getting one.
Well, heck yeah, let's put you on the list too.
All right, guys, you got
Hey,
2
Dave.
minutes. 2 minutes to speak up in the chat.
If you do not have a keg, let us know. We're putting names down for the drawing. Okay, Brittany, now you can show them because it's there. I forgot. It has to be running. It's a separate thing, but it's there now.
Yep. This is it. Very cool. Okay. Nice to see you again, David. All right, Christy, I got you. Brian, you don't already have a keg? I thought you had one.
I feel like I don't know.
I don't recall. That's why I'm asking. Because this is all set up on the honor system anyway. Okay, guys, right now is your final chance. If you don't have a keg, put it in the chat. Yeah, Rebecca, we got your name. Yep, we got you on here. Just shared it. Thanks for that info. Beautiful. Beautiful. JM, do you have a keg? Let us know now. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm trying to... Yeah. Oh, you have the 5-gallon. Very nice, very nice. Jose, you have like 6
Brian.
kegs. Yes,
Brian
you guys
has
will
a
be able to see the
scuttlebutt.
name on the wheels. Oh, Brian has a scuttlebutt.
Brian, it's okay. We have, after this one, we have two more
more
to give away. So right now we're just trying to make sure that somebody that doesn't have one gets an opportunity without having to go up against people that have one. I know that they're really cool. And after these giveaways are over, this will be an option. This wrap, if I could get this up here. Oh my God. This will be an option that you'll be able to get. I'm almost positive. So I might have to get permission.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have to talk to Fusion and get that.
But they love us,
approved,
so-
But, well, and
so
more
they
than
love us.
us, they love you guys. So
And they want to see their name on everybody's stuff because that's cool.
Cheyenne,
What is happening?
Cheyenne, we haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you've been well. Hold on. Let me pull Rick in here so you guys can hear him too. Okay. So, spinner window.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, they should be able to.
Cool.
All right, so we've got exclusive. And then we've got Carlos.
You got Chris C, don't you?
Yes.
And June C only has a Zep bottle, no keg. Dylan, did you get Dylan?
Yep.
Okay. And did you get Frederick?
Hold on.
Yeah, we get it, Cheyenne. That's why we put it as far to the end of the day as we can. But we don't want to go home and then stream. So this is our compromise. And we talk a lot. So I just wanted to make sure you was paying attention because you sounded like, you know how you sound when you just agree and say, uh-huh. So I wanted to make sure you were paying attention.
That's why I
There's
said
no
hold
Frederick.
on, because I didn't see that person and I was like, okay, maybe they popped in like while my head was down and I was entering names, you jerk. There is a
Yay.
giveaway.
Oh, you guys can't see me
Oh.
clapping?
So the only people that are getting added are ones that don't already have a keg. So if you already have a keg, I would say try next week or the week after. You know, but this one is for people who do not have one only.
Yes.
All right. I think that's all, right?
Is it? How many we got?
13.
13 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
Cheyenne said I usually have you guys in the cars with me. I love that. I mean, we go through periods of, you know, talking about actual stuff and not. So it's always appreciated when, you put up
Do
with
we
that.
have Cheyenne in there? Does she have
Cheyenne, I'm pretty
keg?
sure you have a keg, don't you? Let's give her a minute to respond. We will have a winner shortly, my
Yeah.
dudes.
My dudes? Somebody's asking for a drum roll. We got to give them a drum roll. Unfortunately, the only drum roll I really have.
It's not even a drum roll. It's like the badum tisk.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that came over weak. I don't have
That
one.
was almost a drum
Still
roll.
haven't been able to order the hoses yet.
Well, let's put you in there then.
All right. That's it. That's all she wrote. 14 people with no kegs. You guys ready?
Brittany, you got it titled wrong. It's Fusion Fun Pack number 3.
Well, that's from the last one.
Well, get with it.
All right, guys, here we go.
Jason, Mr. Tins Lawson.
Jason, have you ever ordered from us before? Do we have your address? If not, shoot it to us in a Facebook message. I want to say you were one of the users from Facebook. Yes, you were on Facebook.
I do not have a Jason Lawson in our history.
All right. Oh, I wonder
Congrats,
if
Jason.
Everyone's so excited for Jason. Yay. We clap for him. Yay. So like I said, guys,
Jason?
you know, we have 2 more of these still. So, oh, there he is. He popped up. So we still have 2 more of these. So next Tuesday and the Tuesday after, there's going to be these additional opportunities to win one. No, you don't. Okay, just shoot us a message with your address. Not a winner. Maybe he will buy more. So, yeah. Squirrel. Tim, you make me squirrel during streams so hard. Need to order some all-type tomorrow. We'll ring in for sure. For sure.
Oh, yeah. So,
Whoa.
Jason also, this isn't all you get, Brittany. You got that picture of all you get?
I do.
We can put that up there real quick.
Throw it up real quick. Image.
Bum 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 bum. That's big.
Hold on.
Look at how crystal clear it is. You have an amazing camera.
I do. Yeah, absolutely, Carlos. You can either shoot us a message or give us a call, and we can see what's going to best suit your needs for you. Yeah, so in this prize pack, which, like I said, we're going to go ahead and give one away again next Tuesday and the Tuesday after. You get the keg, you get a gallon of all-type, a Fusion hard card, a Fusion turbo squeegee, an Orange Crush cropped, a long Fusion handle, a coffee cup, and a shirt. Oh, Jason, we will also need to know your shirt size.
Yes. Are you a medium?
Rick loves medium.
I'm trying to get rid of this medium.
Next giveaway, only for skinny people. I've just recently started my own business. Let us know about it.
I love that.
Tell us about it. Show us what's up.
Yeah. You want to come on stream? We can do that.
Yeah, you want to come on stream?
We will get you on stream.
Are we doing SEMA? We are not doing SEMA. SEMA is one of those things that's always been a little bit elusive for us. Like, we talk about it and talk about it and talk about it until the idea just dies. We usually go to the tin off, but we don't exhibit there. We just sort of walk around and hang out and network. So I'm glad that this pack went to somebody just starting their business out. I feel like this is a really valuable pack, especially in that context where you're just starting out.
I still feel bad for Corey Case. I want him to win so bad. What do we do? How do we get him one?
Tim, I will look and see if we have a Word document of it. I think we do.
A Word document? No,
we definitely do. I know we do. The what to expect from your tint job. We have a Word document. I'll send you that.
Ooh, you know what?
501 Window Tinting in Painesville, Ohio. I feel like I've heard of you.
We have customers in Painesville, Ohio. I can't think of who they are, but I know we have them. Oh, UPS is here. They're taking all of our packages.
So you are in Ohio. Not terribly far from Lake Erie.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, he's just a little bit above Cleveland.
Okay.
Will y'all be joining in on B+?
Nobody's invited us. We don't even know about it. I've seen posts, but
what is B+?
It's oh God. Bruner, or what is his name from
All Things Window Film. Apparently Rick knows about it.
I've seen a couple of posts, and it's Bob Bruder from New Clearview.
Oh,
he has one of our kegs. We custom made him one for his logo, and I met him at the Tinner Battles. He's pretty awesome. Actually, they're all pretty awesome people. He brought the whole damn gang.
Oh, yeah. I remember doing his keg wrap.
Hey, Cheyenne, what do you think? If Corey doesn't win a keg, should we do like a pitch-in?
We're going to crowdfund it.
I have, seen this whole effort, and I'm rooting for him every time too.
Man, I know it. Corey's always out here like super spreading the word about us, and we just appreciate the hell out of him. Corey is a great dude. Corey is a very cool dude. Corey and I talk a lot off camera. One of these days, we're just going to need to take the spinner wheel and put only him on it. A million times.
Let's try it.
Let's try it. No, it'll let me do it. I'm pretty sure. Will it? I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't.
I don't know.
Let me see. Oh, we're going to leave Corey on.
Yeah, don't delete the Corey.
Oh, yeah, see, it will.
And Corey, do you have a logo?
Corey actually just got his logo done. He's waiting on them to give him the finals. Jordan, I keep telling him to come up here and work for us. He's not that far away from us. He's only down in Tennessee.
Oh, you don't want to be in Tennessee?
He doesn't want to be in Tennessee. Well, Tim, I had to make it fair. I had to put someone else in there.
What the fuck? You tried to bend it back and it just snapped.
But,
you should tape it.
All right, let's see here. How about Houston? Houston. Is there an event going on in Houston?
We had an event in Houston. It was great. It was fabulous. It was like the best event.
Print it on clean and laminate it like I did my tumblers. Make him a badass wrap.
Yes, Ed, I want to do that. We need to do that like bad. In fact, so that clear doesn't have air release, correct? If I'm not mistaken, it does not. So we'd have to put it on wet, I think.
Thank you, Jason. Jordan said that he met you in Houston and wants to know if you remember.
Did you see how many people was there? Of course I remember, but I need to see your face so I actually remember. Because names and me, we don't get along.
Rick drank a lot when he was younger, so.
I drank a lot when I was older, too.
Right.
And by the time I quit drinking, there was only a couple brain cells.
Shady J. I'm sorry, I'm referring to him as his slave name. He's Shady J.
His slave name.
Well, he renamed himself, so that's his dead name. All right. We're at about 5:45. Our guys have decided the workday is done and locked the doors.
They did. They shut lights off and everything. It's fantastic.
So, I don't know. I mean, that stream got derailed real quick.
What was we talking about? Squirrels.
Right. Squirrels. Squirrels and disco balls.
Disco balls. So, while we have this minute then, guys, is my audio and my mouth like matching? Or am I delayed?
On my end, it is.
Okay. By the time it gets back to me, I hear me with like there's a gap. So
Bus Drummer said Epstein didn't kill himself. Be careful with that kind of talk, my brother. They're watching you.
What happened?
Epstein didn't kill himself. Allegedly. Always allegedly.
Hey, look.
The shop is only open till 5:01. Yes, it's working. Sounds good to me. Good here. Yo, my dude. Shady J. I'll skip over the Jordan part from now on, now that I know what you prefer to be called.
You can change your name. It turns out on YouTube, you can name yourself anything you want to. Nobody cares.
Well, this person's on Facebook.
Oh,
and sometimes Facebook is like, no.
You have to prove it now.
Show us your photo ID, please.
I've lost so many accounts that way.
Love you, Bus Drummer. Man, there's so much love in the chat today. I'm totally digging it.
I know. You would almost think that people like us.
Starting to build a little bit of a community here.
It's weird.
It keeps repeating on my end. Rick is? That's because Rick repeats himself. Don't worry about it.
Am I repeating?
I don't know.
That's on Facebook. Let me see.
So one thing I will say is if you guys are going to advise us on something that's going on in the live stream, we need you to be as specific as possible because there's a delay. So what you're saying, we might not connect back a minute or two. Bob Bruder! Hey! He says we're killing it. You're also killing it, bro.
Bob Bruder! That's the guy I was just talking about.
The stream. The stream is repeating. I don't know what that means. I noticed between last time and this time that Facebook is having issues. Yes, there's Brother Bob. Because a bunch of people were having issues with Facebook last time. And now it seems like there's still issues, but they're much smaller. So we might need to look into what that is. We'll rewatch the stream later on so that we can see exactly what it's doing.
So I'm watching the stream right now, but you're talking, and unfortunately that means that I can't focus on what you're saying, but you're not repeating, but it does keep saying it's waiting for a live signal.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and on Facebook, it doesn't seem to be happening to everybody at once, but different people will go through different periods of experiencing things. So I don't know what the common denominator is.
Me
Oh,
either.
I've got a fuzzy in the air. All right, 5:50. What do you think, Rick? You wanna
5:50.
call this one off 10 minutes early? Oh, you know what? No, real quick. We have so many people in the chat this time.
We do. You guys are
What
amazing.
do you think the next giveaway should be?
Yes, we need a contest idea because we literally came up with this idea today.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. So let us know.
I'll be right
What
back.
should we do for the next contest? Oh, and I don't know if any of you guys saw, but we did launch the subscriptions on the website. It had some hiccups in the beginning, but it does appear as though we have fixed those so far. So the more testers we can get, the better. A plotter. One, no. Two, we have 2 more of the fusion packs. So more what we're asking is how do we choose who to give them to? Give away fusion handles with other squeegees? Sacrilegious, my dude. But secretly, when I started tinning, I was using a Blue Max and a fusion handle because Rick didn't want to buy me an expensive squeegee. Tools, slip, hoodies, hats, t-shirts. Yeah, I mean, so all of the stuff on our website that's like shirts and hoodies and hats and the stickers that are on there and stuff like that, we have drop shipped directly from our printer. So we don't keep any of those on hand. Oh, so Tim says, go into the stream, put everybody's name on the wheel that's in there. That's like, yeah, put me on the wheel. Put them all on the wheel. And then whoever it lands on, make them pick the winner. All fusion slip solution will work okay with filtered tap water after a couple days. So it does depend a little bit in seasons where your weather is changing pretty dramatically from day to day. So like summertime, sometimes you're really humid, sometimes you're not. It gets hot, the slip breaks down, stuff like that. Might not be so great. But if you're in like a climate controlled environment, usually it works out pretty well. Oh yeah, I know we can't hear Rick. I was meaning to tell him.
Oh, hi.
Ed Munt said, Rick, if you do something for Corey, let me know. I want to help with the project I'm in.
Ooh.
You know, I got a couple of other people that I think want in as well. Maybe we should talk about this off camera.
Yeah, because Corey's probably starting to squirm a little bit, feeling awkward. Like, why are these guys talking about
Corey,
me?
you are very loved. Just accept it. Invasion said you should give away Sun Distributing apparel kit, maybe a shirt and a hat or something. That'd be cool.
We should do something. We have to use somebody different. See, the printer that we use for our website is just because it'll integrate with our website. They're expensive. And we actually lose money on most of the sales that we sell from our apparel there, to give you an idea of how expensive they are.
Well, not lose, but there's not much profit at all.
Well,
we're talking like a couple dollars usually.
Every time I look, I lose a couple dollars. So, you know, there's that. And
too many have given to me, so I want to give back. Yeah. Nope. We're definitely about the giving back.
You know, and this is how we build. This is how we build what I've been thinking about for a while now, is that, you know, we all got to be together in this, and we have to stop calling me.
We have to. Nobody ever call Rick again.
Never. But yeah, we need to continue to build this kind of thing that just makes the most sense.
Being there and supporting each other. You know what? Yeah, Tim, you're right. We need the right t-shirt company. I think I might know a guy.
there's this one guy. His name, what was his name? He he does t-shirt stuff. I think he even has these cool dog t-shirts. That
Yes.
who was that? Oh yeah, she replying to admire. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we need to talk to Tim off stream as well.
So maybe we need to talk to Tim anyways because like we do kind of need a t-shirt company. I mean,
Well,
we
and
have
I'd like to support somebody that we know.
yeah. I mean, the people that made our shirts for us, they're local here, so like we like that too. We like to
Yeah.
support local, and I'm not sure that they were expensive or cheap. I don't know. All I know is when I got the bill, I kind of shit myself, but I also had to buy 5 shirts for 4 of us, and some of the shirts costed a little extra.
Well,
So
these are like real nice shirts though. So
they really are. They're like I first shirts I got printed for myself, I went to Vistaprint. I don't recommend. They don't have the nicest shirts, but they're affordable. So that's not what we would give away. T-Town, do you do script printing or digital printing?
hold on, nope, that's not you.
Who's not me? You?
I know I looked at Tim's website.
You did.
Tim, remind us what your t-shirt business is called. No, okay, so on the hoodies, the only logo that's on it is on the front, it's embroidered. On the back it's plain. And yes, Shady J, it costs money to look good. We don't mind paying extra for quality.
I do.
Okay, so T-Town does, yep, T-Town
Shirts.
t-shirts. T-Town t-shirts.
T-shirts. He does screen printing. Screen printing's good.
Bye, Bob.
Bye, Bob. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate you.
We will see you at the next tenor battle. Daha.
The giveaway, it varies. We do the giveaway when we feel like it.
Yeah.
It's never consistent. Sometimes we'll wait to the end. Sometimes we just can't wait and we have to do it right in the beginning. This one, we wanted to see how many people we were getting to keep.
This one, actually, as of this morning when I walked through the door, we was not giving one away this week because we didn't come up with a contest.
Yes.
And so then me and Brittany got to talking about how cool it would be to give to somebody that was actually in the stream and was, because one of the giveaways we gave, the person wasn't even there, and it was like we had to track him down. It was hell
trying to track him down.
And then we made a live stream and put his name in it, and he found us. So yeah.
Yes. So let me also throw up his Facebook page for you guys. This is Tim's T-shirt company. If anyone is interested in some T-shirts, hit him up. I mean, if you do win, because you don't want to win, if you do win, you absolutely have the right to say, no, I won and like, that's cool, but please send it to this other person.
Yeah, like Corey.
So, yeah. Yeah. If by the end of these giveaways, Corey doesn't win one, I'm going to be super pissed.
So, fun fact, guys, since we got 20 of you here looking at us funny, Window Film Revolution is doing giveaways starting at 7 o'clock tonight. And they have like
yeah.
16 kegs they're giving away. So
I don't know what their specific rules are, but
me
you should
either.
go check it out if you're in there and see if you're eligible so you can get in on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the details are. I think they're comb the page, look for posts, because some of them I did see some of them that to enter you just need to comment on the post. So I would comment something that's really very attention getting.
Let me see here. Let me.
I'm not sure.
Boo, 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 boo.
Rules. We're going. We don't need rules.
No, I'm not looking for rules.
No, I was
Oh
reading.
gosh, they've got a whole bunch of stuff they're giving away, but I thought earlier.
Oh yeah, B plus, is that what it's called? That's tonight?
7 p.m. I think 7 p.m. Eastern. Isn't that normally?
That's our time. We are Eastern, Brittany.
Well, I know that's our time zone. That's what time zone Tallman's in as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so it is Eastern.
Oh, he didn't say?
No, he doesn't. All he says is 7 p.m. I mean, I get it though. Sometimes I forget to put the time zone in, and then people are like, "What time zone?" Because we have a lot of customers out in California and Texas.
Yeah.
So, all right.
It's important.
All right. We love all of you guys. We're gonna go so you guys have time to eat and settle in before the next round of live streams.
Yes. And for those of you guys who watch Wentworth, I hear they just wrapped up their season finale over in Australia. So like it should be on Netflix like any day now. And for those of you that don't know what it is, look it up, Wentworth, and start from the beginning because it's amazing.
Top Service also uploaded the heat demonstration video, so
Sweet.
go on over to their YouTube page if you want to check that out.
Tags missed the giveaway.
Tuning. That was Jason, Mr. Tint Lawson, that one. Is there a link? Top Service, do you have a link for your YouTube channel or for the video? Either one. Can you throw it up in the chat for us?
I'm going to try to find it real quick.
Sorry, guys. We just want to get this link up for you real quick. When I search it, I get something called Service Top.
Yeah, I'm not finding it. Top Service, Top Service. Rude. Yep, we need a link, Top Service. Filters.
Tint Podcast Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's because it starts with T, but if so, I'm going to need to insist that some of these guys move to Thursday because we were
here first.
No, we don't see it, Top Service.
No. What did you name? What did you name?
Yeah, what'd you name the video?
Video, because it seems like that's what it's trying to.
We want to get everyone this this link real quick, and then we'll go.
Yeah, this is not working out.
I'll be hosting B+ All Things Window Film with Billy friggin' Murray. Yes, that's going to be so good. And what time did you say that was, Shady J? I want to make sure that I set my alarm and hopefully I'm home. 1 hour? Okay.
And that's on Facebook. And where we find that on Facebook? Top service, most important tool to have for selling window tint. Oh, that's a lot to type.
I'm going to copy and paste. Paste. Search. There it is. I found it. Hold on. Let me share. Copy the link. Here we go. Facebook, at B+ All Things Window Film page. So, all right, here is top services YouTube video for the heat box. And then let me hop over to Facebook.
Oh.
And
how about the where do we find the B+ thing at B+ All Things Window Film page? Are you finding that?
yes, I've got it.
Give me
Copy.
goddamn link. Hurry up.
Shush. If I just copy and paste it in there, it doesn't show it. So I have to go through each individual platform and do it 3 times. Okay. So here we go. So that first link there is to top services. Billy freaking Murray. Hello. The first one is to top services. Murray. Heat lamp demonstration video. That second link is to B+ All Things Window Film podcast. That is going to be starting at 7. Billy frickin' Murray and Shady J are hosting for us, so make sure you catch it. Then, like we said, there's also the Window Film Revolution one, which I don't think I can put a link to because it is a private group. All right, guys. Now
but
that
if
we
you're
have
not,
everything, and
if
I'm
you're not in
running
Window
late,
Film Revolution, then you won't be able to get in on the contest tonight anyways, because moderation might be a little bit slow getting approvals.
Right. So, all right, guys, I am leaving so I can hurry up and get home and try to get there before this podcast starts. I will see you guys there in the comments, hopefully.
Yes.
And all right, guys, you have a great night. Thank you for another amazing and successful live, and we will see you guys again probably later in the week, but if not, definitely next Tuesday.
Don't forget the closer.
I won't. Bye, guys.
Bye.